Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic: what's one thing your partner doesn't know? When we worked together, someone kept stealing food from my husband's lunchbox. He started deliberately packing more food. He assumed the person was stealing food because they were hungry and couldn't afford it. I found out who did it. She hated him and was doing it to try to piss him off. I told her if she did it again I would make a big stink of it, but never told him because I didn't want to shatter his illusion that he was doing a nice thing for someone who really needed it. Update: I think I need to fess up tonight and let him know so many people who aren't me think he's a treasure. I may not fit in the house with how big his head is going to get after that though. She hated him so stole from his lunchbox. What is this preschool? Life is a series of the same damn interactions, over and over and over and over and... What is this preschool? I have several advanced degrees and have been working in various industries for a few decades now. I've worked at companies as small as 4 people to some well over 10 Kelvin employees, in government and private industry, and I can tell you that none of my school prepared me more for the real world as well as preschool did. That's really wonderful of him to have that outlook. Shoe levels of innocent. I 100% expected it was gonna be you stealing his food. He stole/steals sweets from me all the time, but he leaves stupid notes to let me know my cupcakes are in a better place now. That I know their Reddit account. Ooh, that's dangerous. Oh Phil, you are such a nerd. Thanks. Phil goes home and logs in as pussy_slayer_69_420 on Reddit. It's only dangerous if you say things on Reddit that you wouldn't say to your partner IRL. This isn't an issue for me because I don't change when I'm anonymous on the internet. And I have no partner. I rub her back when she's asleep because she makes happy noises and I like to think it makes her have better dreams. I do also do this to the dog though. You'll need another dog. I can bark. I pretend to be asleep when he wakes up because I love how sweetly he wakes me up. This is really fucking adorable. I smiled. Equals. Meanwhile when I try to wake my wife she has a mini heart attack. This would happen less if you didn't wake her up to show her your new hockey mask while cutting some fresh brownies. That I knew he was planning to propose to me but I still acted surprised. Married 14 years now, still haven't told him. He is so proud of the idea that he managed to surprise me. Oh, my BIL actually had to kneel twice, because he proposed in a wine cellar and the first time she thought he was looking at some bottles so just went away. I don't know why but to me that's hilarious to think how he just kneeled and she went away without even looking. Asked my wife to marry me and she didn't see the ring and said, of course I will one day. And I shook the ring and said with more emphasis, will you marry me? Been married 10+ years. Still give her shit over it. My wife definitely saw the ring, heard me ask, but in all of her excitement all she could say was really. To which I replied yes. She was still so excited that she couldn't answer and I had to follow it up with, so is that a yes? And then I finally got the yes. I was hoping for complete with happy tears. We got so lucky because the stranger I asked to take a picture of us atop a remote fire lookout in the Sierras caught the whole sequence of shots. I still love going back to look at her face in the photos. Thanks random mountain biker. That I don't need to read aloud. My girlfriend struggles with insomnia but for some reason when I talk to her late at night she passes out almost immediately. So whenever I read a book I read out loud softly under the guise that it helps me focus. It works every time. Edit: holy shit, thanks for all the awards. I was definitely not expecting this to blow up. Update: she found the post after digging for it, she thought it was super sweet. I get this. I have really bad insomnia. Really bad. And when my GF convinces me to lay down with her she will force me to be the small spoon. Boom. I'm out. She absolutely hates cuddling for long periods cause she gets too hot. Even in the winter, in Alaska, with a window open. But she does it for me. Puts me in a sweaty coma, and I sleep for 8 hours. How to clean the oatmeal dish. Always leaves visible chunks and then hangs it up like it's clean. She has a PhD in chemistry. I totally feel this. So does this all the time. You have a dedicated oatmeal dish. Why are you the only person who's asked this? What the fuck is an oatmeal dish? And one that can be hung up. Like it has a ring like a teacup. Need answers. My wife thinks I always fall asleep next to her when we cuddle at night. We go to bed at different times, but I jump in for a few minutes to snuggle before she zonks out. I don't, I just fake it. But it makes her super happy, so every time, I pretend to drift off and she has to wake me, and it makes her laugh every time. This has been going on for 9 years. She'll never know. Edit, wheel this blew up. Thanks for the awards, folks. I used to do this with a girl I was dating. She had insomnia, but said the feeling of having someone else fall asleep around her really helped her to sleep. So I would always lay with her, force a yawn, then pretend to slowly drift off, then wait like 10 minutes, then sneakily check if she was still awake. If she wasn't, I'd get up, but if she was still awake, then it meant I could pretend to wake up, ask how long I'd been asleep, and then comfort her. I really loved doing that. It made me feel so useful. Edit, thank you for the awards, guys. I know it's not healthy to base success on how many likes etc you get online, but I feel really good having received all these upvotes. XX. That's how this started. Wife has always had trouble sleeping, and when her brother got cancer, he's okay, she really had a hard time. So I'd jump in bed to make her feel less stressed. First time I legit started snoring in her ear and she just busted up laughing, first time in months. So I kept doing it, both to help her sleep or to make her laugh. Just kinda became a thing. Kung Fu. I don't know it either, but I'm certain she doesn't know it. How to turn a light off when she leaves a room. Oh shit, I came here to post the same thing. I put no salt into his salt shaker he keeps on his table near his video games. He is notorious for oversalting his food and has high blood pressure. I've been doing this for almost 4 years now. He can't tell the difference. He uses so much salt that he keeps a shaker in extra locations. The thought of having a salt shaker at my desk made my mouth dry up. Mayo. Oh, that's smart. And healthy, for him. That when I tell her I don't want her to make cookies cause we are being healthy, that I really want her to make cookies. My wife is the worst for this. I do the shopping and she always tells me not to get any sweet snacks because she is on a diet. Then a couple of days later she will be asking me where the sweet snacks are. Let me just go grab some at the convenience store where it's $17 for a box of Oreos. How to relax. She's always wound up about something and it's hard for her to let herself do nothing. Honestly, I'm the same way. I always feel anxiety pressing me down. Whenever we get fast food to go, she enjoys eating the extra fries which have fallen out of their carriage and into the bag. I'm not really sure why she enjoys them so much, but whenever there aren't any, I drop a few down when grabbing my fries secretly and then give her the bag. It's been 8 years, haha. I always grab my fries last and she's never noticed. Holy cow. After all of these comments, I'm definitely getting a burger and fries tonight. Bag fries are the best. I try to give her the better half of life. If there are 2 pieces of pizza left and 1 piece is burnt, I'll take the burnt one. She gets the good piece. If I'm going to shower and there's 1 normal towel left, I will use a hand rag or something to dry off, she gets the towel. If there's that unwanted end of the bread loaf, I'll make myself a sandwich using that sad end piece. I'll then make her sandwich with the good pieces. I do this all the time for the smallest things. She never knows. I try to make her life better in those small ways. My husband and I are like this with each other. We end up arguing over who gets the better thing, like the goofy gophers. When we were dating, she tickled my feet and I acted as if I wasn't ticklish. 13 years later she will tickle them and be amazed I am not ticklish every time it tickles. I have to hide this forever. Yes. I am trapped within this hell also. Dormammu, I've come to tickle. How to mate with knight and bishop. What a fuck you. Edit, I'm gonna dump my beginner's chess advice here due to many requests. It's not much effort to get over the initial hump. If you're not familiar with basic tactics, do the training modules on Lichess. https://lichess.org/practice. The Building Habits series on the Chessbra Extra YouTube channel will teach everything to get you a good handle on the game, ideas for most any position. Taught by a grandmaster, very long and illustrates everything he advises as he climbs the rating ladder. Lie chess puzzle streak /storm, they're relatively straightforward and great to cement tactical pattern recognition. Practice them a lot. Do a few hours of mate-in-one puzzles until they're too easy to be valuable. Play 15 minutes with increment, or longer. Learn to use the Lie chess analysis board. Chess subs are active. Wouldn't date someone who can't do that. She insists it almost never comes up, so it's not worth memeizing, and claims she'll figure it out if it ever does. But she's a beast with pawn endgames and knows like 100 lines of the Ruy Lopez. In her defense, I have never once needed to mate with knight and bishop in thousands of games.